Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to tonight's broadcast. I'm Jamie Scrafton, and tonight we will witness a battle between the Gran Turismo Mature Racing Club and NXTGEN. Tonight the guys racing here at Mount Panorama in the GT3 Mazda Atenza. Should be interesting to see which team can perform the best. Right now we have NGR, Rosser, Timmy, Blue Goby, Faithless Emo, Jay Willis and NGR Dark Sykes in the lobby. Looks like the Gran Turismo Mature Racing Club has gone for a military sort of digital camouflage scheme. Or is the NGR scheme very vibrant orange, white. So a big thank you to Scott for these paint schemes for NGR. They look amazing. As do the Gran Turismo Mature Racing Club schemes, they look equally amazing too. So the Mazda Atenza at this racetrack should be interesting to see. Of course, a team versus team event didn't take place that long ago here. It was Team Fun versus NXTGEN in the Mustangs at the same racetrack, different conditions of course. We're going for a under the lights scenario tonight as Faithless Emo goes for a spin. We have TNR Philo and Crony just joining the room. NGR Wheelman making an appearance tonight. NGR Saxo, of course, in the lobby this evening. He doesn't pass up a team versus team event. Ruben says hello in the chat. Hello, Ruben. Welcome to tonight's stream. As it looks like NGR Prosser here going to best his fastest lap time by 4/10. If he can make it stick. I believe this is qualifying underway here at Mount Panorama. I believe they're doing 15 and 15, Ruben. So we'll do a 15 lap race and then a 15 lap reverse grid. Crony has left the room, not sure if he is a official participator in tonight's events or not. TNR Philo says be right back. He's left the room. As Prosser there with a 2:02.7 takes the fastest lap time. So NGR currently leading on fastest lap times, but here comes Timmy. Can he best that lap time? Across the line, he does. Timmy with a 2:02.5, 2 tenths quicker than Prosser. So for NGR, the 7 versus 7 team event, we have Prosser, Goby, Saxo, Wheelman, and Dark Sykes currently for NGR. For Gran Turismo Mature Racing Club, we have Timmy, Faithless Emo, Neo Levy, and F1 Scott Golf. Those are the drivers currently entered in the event. Of course, the lobby hasn't been open that long yet, so chances are still waiting on people to get involved. Timmy, though, hard into the outside wall there. Ruben, to answer your question, yes, tuning is on. The drivers are allowed to tweak their own setups, more or less. Of course, the cars are fairly equally balanced, but they can change the setup of the vehicle to better match their driving style, etc., etc. NGR Saxo, though, to the top of the board with a 2016 here at Mount Panorama. Incredibly fast. A little bit through the grass there. Looks like the car's a little bit on edge as he goes for a slide. Able to keep it off the wall, though. Very impressive driving from Mr. Saxo. Another vehicle, though, hot on his tail. That is the... what number is that? That is 21 of NGR Wheelman. NGR Wheelman showing some speed. Will he be able to best Mr. Saxo's time at 2016? He's currently nearly a second and a half ahead. 2 more corners to go for Wheelman. Could he take the pole here? Final corner for NGR Wheelman. Crony has rejoined the room. And NGR Wheelman setting a whopping 2:00.03. Almost getting into the 1:59s. I believe in practice earlier this week, Mr. Saxo got a 1:59 comfortably. So we'll just have to see what happens. Let's take a flick through the field. Timmy currently second on the board. Looks like Mr. Saxo may have returned to the pits to tweak his setup. We have King Kyong 187 here for Gran Turismo Mature Club. I believe that's Australia or New Zealand. Dark Sykes and Tigger currently in the pits. NGR Saxo has left the room, not sure what's going on there. Let's open up the chats. Just tipping through the I think. It is Australia. Thank you, Ruben. So we can confirm that King Kong is from Australia. He gave us a cheeky little flash there of the lights. Don't know if he knew I was spectating him or whatever, but that was quite spooky, I suppose. NGR Wheelman, now your fastest driver over 1:59.7. Impressive driving from NGR Wheelman. Currently, though, the 2 fastest drivers in the lobby, NGR Wheelman and Timmy from rivaling factions, sit 1 and 2. NGR Saxo has rejoined the lobby. Not quite sure what caused him to leave, but I'm sure he had good reason. as we come through the uphill section with NGR Wheelman once he comes to take the white flag again. We will ride on board with NGR Wheelman as he goes into the grass. That's not great. Not great. Not great. He's given up. I kind of wanted to do an onboard Wheelman, but you do what you want to do, man. A couple of more corners for Timmy then. We will ride on board with Timmy for one lap. Look at those brake pads glowing red hot. We now ride on board with Timmy, 1987, from the Gran Turismo Mature Racing Club. Not a lot of vision, as you can see. Racing in the dark conditions here at Mount Panorama. Prosser, though, able to best Timmy's lap time by 5/1000ths of a second as Timmy gets into the wall. Let's bump up to NGR Prosser with the yellow headlights. This section often quite tricky, a little bit loose entering the uphill section. He's able to hang on to it well through this section. Yellow flag is being displayed in this section for NGR Wheelman, pulled over there to the side of the road. And now Prosser going into the downhill section. Difficult with full vision. However, racing in the early hours of the evening or of the night time, it can be more tricky. As he heads down the longest straightaway here at Mount Panorama, he's currently running faster than his previous best lap time. However, it's not going to be able to touch NGR Wheelman's at this moment in time. A little bit loose off the straightaway as TNR Philo just joins the lobby. Final corner for Prosser, though. What time will he be able to achieve? Third quickest for Prosser. However, Jay Will, sorry, for NGR has just knocked those two down a spot. Jay Will's able to claim the second spot at this time. A lot of dust there kicked up, and that is by Timmy. Not entirely sure what caused Timmy to go off course. NGR Saxo bumps Jay Wills down a spot. The Belgium driver currently 1.8 seconds on lap time behind NGR Wheelman is able to claim the second spot. The top three positions right now on the qualifying board belong to NGR. NXTGEN Racing proving their ability here in the early stages of qualifying. Let's move down the field as NGR Prosser has moved all the way down to 7th. He seems to be struggling at the beginning of the downhill section. He's gone to the pits. Let's check in with everybody here. So, for NGR, of course, we have NGR Wheelman, current pole sitter, NGR Saxo. We also have J Wills, Blue Gobi, NGR Prosser, NGR Dark Sykes, and TNR Philo. That is your 7 racing for Next Gen. Timmy 1987, currently leading the way for the Gran Turismo Mature Racing Club, third on the board. We also have for them Neo Levy, Faithless Emo, King Kong 187, and Tigger 898. Let's not forget F1 Scott Golf, currently in the pits, sitting in 12th. This event will be a 7 versus 7. So I believe the lobby will be a 15-man lobby, myself included. NGR Wheelman's time seems untouchable at this stage. Let's take a look at our timing chart. As you can see, NGR Wheelman setting a 1:59.7. The closest to reach him was NGR Saxo with a 2:01.6. Almost 2 seconds slower. Wheelman putting on some speed here at Mount Panorama tonight. But will that speed hold up come race time? Let's take a lap with NGR Saxo as Jay Wills there ahead of him just gets a little bit off course. That causes NGR Saxo to dodge. Hopefully he can quickly sort himself out and get ready for this hot lap as he comes to the line. .8 seconds to make up if he wants to see the pole tonight. Looks like his car was a little bit tight through that section. Good through the final stages of section 1. Touched the wall a little bit. Currently running quicker, but not enough at this stage to take the throne. About to enter sector. Oh no, and he clips the wall. Entering the final section. Elkengree joining the room there. Only 5 cars on the racing surface at this time. 6 cars, sorry. Faithless Emo has left the room. Not sure what's happening there with Neo. Cross's car looks on edge. Getting into the outside, returning more a little bit into the grass a tad. Hard into the inside wall there. NGO wheelman though, running quicker than he has done previously. Let's just check the lobby. Make sure we have everybody here. 14 people in the lobby. 13 people in the lobby. Me being one of them. We should have 14 drivers. So 2 more people yet to arrive for tonight's events here at Mount Panorama. To recap, we have F1 Scott Golf, J Wills, TNR Philo, Tigger 898, Timmy 1987, NGR Saxo, Blue Gobi, NGR Prosser, NGR Dark Sykes, Elkengree, NGR Wheelman, and King Kong 187. But as I mentioned, we are currently missing 2 drivers. One of which I can assume is Neo Levy, who has just joined as I mentioned his name. Quali will finish at 2130 on the dot, so at 9:30 qualifying will finish. Do not return at the pits, complete the first sector to get your grid position. So just over half an hour remaining for qualifying here at Mount Panorama. Be interesting to see who does claim the pole at this stage, though. It seems that NGR Wheelman's time will not be touched. NGR Wheelman was quick to come in here and establish the pace for which these drivers would have to adhere to. The current fastest lap time, a 1:59.746 from NGR Wheelman. Will people even get close to that? That will be interesting to see. As Wheelman now coming onto the long straightaway. About to complete Sector 2. Halfway down this straightaway is the end of Sector 2. Currently running 2.2 seconds slower than his best time. Looks like we're having some changes in the lobby. Looks like we're going to be racing at 12 PM midday. Looks like we will not be racing at night after all. We'll be racing under the heavy sun here at Mount Panorama. J Wills will be the first man to leave pit road, but just ahead of him in the first pit stall, Tigger straight out. These paint schemes look amazing under the bright sunshine here at Mount Panorama. Tigger now entering the uphill section. Jay Wills in hot pursuit. Qualifying, I guess, has now truly begun. 29 minutes remaining of qualifying. G Wills is right there behind Tigger 898 at this moment in time. He's going to get the slipstream down the straightaway. J Wills flies around Tigger. But here comes Tigger right back. As these two come to complete their outlap, the first two to do so in our qualifying session here. Let's see if we can find someone to get on board with. NGR Wheelman about to take his green flag hot lap here, his first of the qualifying session. Will he be able to use the car ahead for a little bit of slipstream? That's NGR Prosser up there. His teammate. It looks like Jay Wills and Prosser are side by side, slowing each other down. Wheelman has... Oh no, Wheelman gets into his teammate. Wills there very slow. Wheelman with nowhere to go other than the back bumper of his teammate. Wills brings it back onto pit road. Wheelman, foot back in the accelerator. He's getting ready to go for round two. We will follow NGR Wheelman as he comes out of the final few corners to take the green for a green flag hot lap. However, looking at the track information, looks like the road ahead is busy. Wheelman, despite all of that, still sets the current fastest lap time at King Kong 187, quick to fire back. But our current fastest lap time is 5 seconds off the pace that Wheelman set previously. Wheelman currently almost running a second quicker through Sector 1. Wheelman now flying through the uphill section. Oh no, and a Gran Turismo Cheer Racing Club driver is there. Very slow. That's going to ruin Wheelman's time once again. A lot of time lost there by that driver being sat in the track. Let's see if we can see who that was. May have been Scott Golf or Neo. They were the only Mature Racing Club drivers in that section. But blew Gobi to the top of the charts for 1:59.9. He's only the second driver so far that we've seen break into the 1:59s. So this race looking positive so far towards NXTGEN, with the two fastest lap times we set by two different drivers, both being of NXTGEN and both being under 2 minutes. Blue Gobi now currently running slower than he did previously in his number 46 NXTGEN Atenza. Only one more corner to go. Can Gobi improve on his lap time? He does, ever so slightly. And your Saxo's in the pits. I don't know why the game did that. Looks like NGR Prosser has parked himself just off turn 1. Faithless Emo, though, currently the quickest of the Gran Turismo Mature Racing Club camp. An incredible amount of speed is built up down this straightaway. NGR Saxo to second, currently running the fastest in the lobby right now based off Sector 1's timing. He has clear track ahead at this moment in time. He gets a little bit into the wall there. Of course, NGR Saxo driving the 420 Atenza. He's in the red though through Sector 2. A little bit loose on corner exit there. Wheelman to second on the board. Here comes Saxo, one corner. What lap time will he provide? He gets a little loose on the final corner. It's not going to be enough. Saxo remains in third. NGR Wheelman now, the fastest currently on track. Blue Gobi still holds the fastest lap time, however he must have gone to the pits. He's now back on track. Can Wheelman provide us with a pole time? He does have the NXTGEN paint scheme, the number 21. Little is known about Wheelman. He shows up to events, he sets fast lap times, and then he seems to disappear. Almost like Ghost Rider. Still unable to best Gobi's lap time. He has plenty of time to do it though. Still 19 minutes remaining in qualifying. Wheelman now has a little bit of traffic ahead. Tiga 898 ahead. Let's just take a quick moment now to check the race settings for you guys. So it looks like we'll be racing at midday local time here at Mount Panorama. Our track is 3.86 miles and the backstretch is 1.19 miles. We will be qualifying, and obviously that's what the guys are doing now. That's how the grid will be set for race number 1. Race number 2 will be a reverse grid. Mechanical damage is non-existent, visual damage is on, tyre wear and fuel depletion is off. They are racing Group 3, specifically the Mazda Atenza. BOP is on, so no one can take any advantage there. Sugar penalties on weak, wall collision penalty off, wall collision detection defaults, ghosting is off. Currently we have everybody on the racetrack right now that is taking part. So let's just do a quick run through, guys, of who is here. We have Tigger 898, Timmy 1987, NGR Saxo, Blue Gobi, NGR Prosser, NGR Dark Sykes, F1 Scott Golf, J Wills, Neo Levy, Faithless Emo, Elkingry, NGR Wheelman, King Kong 187, and TNR Philo. Those will be your race car drivers for tonight's Team vs Team event. For NGR we have Blue Gobi, we have Wheelman, we have Saxo, we have J Wills, we have Prosser, we have Dark Sykes, and we have Philo. For the Gran Turismo Mature Racing Club, of course, we have Elkingry, Timmy 1987, Faithless Emo, F1 Scott Golf, Tigger 898, King Kong 187, and Neo Levy. Those are your teams. These are the gentlemen that will be competing tonight for their respective teams. Each driver will be trying to achieve the most points that they can that will total up for their team. And at the end of the day, one team will be victorious here at Bathurst. Hello Chad, welcome to the stream. That is quite okay, Chad. Welcome back, my friend. NGR Wheelman still unable to best Blue Gobi's lap time for the pole. Not quite sure what Wheelman's struggling with right now. Never mind. NGR Wheelman to the top of the board. He goes for a huge slide out of turn 1. He puts it onto the grass to let Tigger by. But a 1:59.4 for Wheelman, an insane lap time. 4/10 quicker than Blue Gobi. Currently the top 3 spots on the racetrack belong to NXTGEN Racing, with Elkin and Jay. Well, NGR have the first 3 spots currently, and then the next 4 spots belong to Mature Club. So it should be interesting, really. just to see what happens here. Oh no, sorry, J's NGR, sorry, my apologies. J, currently in 5th on the board. Philo still in the pits. We are still awaiting one more driver to return to the track, as there is less than 15 minutes left in qualifying. Elkin has taken a pit stop. Saxo in the pits. Let's take a look at our live timing shot just to see where everybody stands. Mr. Saxo able to break into the 159 market with a 159.9. Time to name and shame. The slowest driver on the racetrack right now is Neo Levy with a 2:03.3. Neo with some time to make up here at Mount Panorama. NGR Wheelman though currently besting his own lap time here, remarkably still. He has Tigger in hot pursuit though, who currently sits 7th on the board. With only 12 minutes remaining in this qualifying session. Jay Wills is now up to 3rd on the board. Gobi remains in 2nd. Wheelman, of course, remains at the top. The top 3 spots still remaining to Next Gen. NGR Dark Sykes shoots up into the top 5. Currently has a penalty of 0.9 seconds. The top 4 spots now belonging to Next Gen. We haven't talked much about Sykes as he goes for a huge spin, entering the uphill section. Mr. Sykes has spent most of this qualifying session in the pits, but he has come out and put himself in a good position for the beginning of this race that will start in approximately 11 minutes time. Just to recap for those of you at home, we will be doing a 15-lap shootout here, followed by a 15-lap shootout again, but with a reverse grid. So your race winner for race number 1 will start at the rear end of the field, second will start second last, etc, etc. It should provide for some interesting racing. Qualifying only applies for the beginning of race 1. And that is what these are all fighting for. Now, Elkin, Gran Turismo Club, his first qualifier at this moment in time, sitting in 4th. The next sits 4 places back in 8th, Timmy 1987. However, NGR at this moment in time have secured spots 1, 2, 3, 5, 6 and 7. They have 6 drivers in the top 7. If they can keep it that way, that is an excellent way to earn some points in race number 1. As Elkin gets a little bit in the grass there, gets a little bit loose. Using now the slipstream of Timmy, sorry, as they head down the long 1.19 mile backstretch. I see the Gran Turismo Mature Racing Club guys have opted to run the same livery but change that secondary colour. For example, Timmy's running pink and Elkin is running a neon-y type green colour. A nice way to make themselves stand out on the racetrack. With now less than 10 minutes to go in qualifying, NGR Wheelman still stands as your pole sitter with a 1:59.4. I don't think that lap time's going to get touched. I just don't see it happening. NGR Wheelman showing a lot of speed here tonight. NGR Saxo, always fast, not fast enough here tonight to grab the pole so far, unless he can make some moves in the last 8 or so minutes. It does not look like he will be on the pole. Only 7/100ths of a second slower than second place's Blue Gobi. Maybe he can find those 7/100ths and put himself on the front row alongside Wheelman. Apologies. And your Dark Sykes and Prosser sit currently 5th and 6th on the board. Looking for a strong start from NXTGEN Racing when the qualifying timer runs out. It looks like Gran Turismo Mature Racing Club are going to have to find some extra speed in the race if they wish to earn the points. That is Wheelman, who has pulled off just past turn 1 on the sort of off-road. He is happy, he is content with his lap time. He will remain there for the 6 minutes as Mr. Saxo 1/10 quicker through sector 1. Can he hold on to that time? Wheelman has set, as he's pulled over, a 10th quicker of a 1:59.3. But through sector 1, Mr. Saxo was quicker. Is he going to hold it through sector 2? No. He drops down to a 10th off. However, he's still running quicker than Gobi at this stage. Mr. Saxo could grab a front row starting spot if he keeps it under control for this final stage. Two more corners for Mr. Saxo as he heads down the super stretch. However, now running a second slower, he's decided to pit after seeing that information. Not going to be able to do it. Gobi still in second as he heads down the super stretch. Let's check in with Elkin from the United States. He's currently your fastest Gran Turismo Racing Mature Club driver. as he heads down the front straightaway. Not many opportunities to set a lap left. 4 minutes remaining of qualifying. If Gran Turismo Mature Racing Club want to get a better start to this event, they're going to need to hit the track and hit it hard now. TNR Philo, what a lap, 1:58.7. That's like 6/10 quicker than Wheelman. TNR Philo to the top of the charts with less than 4 minutes to go. I don't believe that. A 1:58.7 around here in that compared to these other guys, that is quite the lap that TNR Philo has set. That's 5/10 quicker than the super fast lap we saw from Wheelman. As he comes down the super stretch, he's going to have F1 Scott Golf for the slipstream. He's still running a 10th quicker as well. TNR Philo, one more corner. He slows down. The obsolete F1 Scott Golf past. Some classy sportsmanship there from Philo. Let's see where Scott ended up. Scott did not improve his position. Gooby now doing burnouts alongside Wheelman. Who else is that there? That is Dark Sykes. So 3 of the NGR drivers now sitting off turn 1. They are finished with qualifying. Two minutes left in qualifying. One minute to go. Is anyone still setting a lap time? Saxo. Still a second off the pace. Dark Sykes providing us with some incredible burnouts off the front stretch. There are 2 more NGR drivers, Prosser and Jay. It is now 9:30 GMT. Qualifying will end very shortly. There we go, race starting. Tigger 898, they're giving the command. So So TNR Philo looks like will be your pole sitter for race number 1. A wonderful lap time. 15 laps here at Mount Panorama coming up. Seven orange. One Mature Racing Club there in 6th. Green flag is out at Mount Panorama. It's orange versus camouflage as they enter turn 1. It looks like someone ran wide there. Who was that? That was Elkin. I'm not sure if he had a little bit of help. And Joe Wheelman now in the slipstream of Philo. These two have broken away from the pack. NGR Saxo in hot pursuit. Here they come. Up the hill for the first time. Oh no! I believe that was Gobi. Gobi and Jay Wills involved in a spin. Wheelman still your race leader. Philo and Saxo though are in hot pursuit. Timmy 1987, the first Mature Racing Club driver in the field in 4th, closely followed by Dark Sykes and Prosser. Wheelman has taken the race lead through the downhill section. Philo using the slipstream, gonna try and make a move on his teammate. He claims the race lead. Will it stick? Wheelman gets into the back of him a little bit. These two fighting hard to lead the first lap. But it will be NGR Wheelman that leads the first lap as Saxo catches these two up. Not sure what's happened there, but behind these three are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All of the Mature Racing Club vehicles follow the top 3. Gobi, Prosser, Wills and Sykes have fallen back to the rear of the field. These 3 for NGR have an onslaught of Mature Racing Club vehicles heading their way. Saxo now right on the rear bumper of Philo. So Philo may have gotten into the outside wall there a little bit. Wheelman currently setting the fastest lap time here at lap 2. Timmy, the first driver from Mature Racing Clubs, currently sits just under 5 seconds behind Mr. Saxo, who sits in 3rd behind his teammates Wheelman and Philo. These cars incredibly fast around Mount Panorama. It's quite extraordinary to see as Mr. Saxo goes to the top of the charts with a 2:00:01. I think Mr. Saxo currently is quite comfortable where he is. He's got two very fast teammates ahead of him, and he's keeping up with them, so I imagine he's feeling very comfortable right now. The Mature Racing Club guy seems to have split up a little bit. Blue Gobi, though, about to make a move on Scott Golf. Gobi has already gotten around King Kong for the 10th position. And now he's back on the attack, looking to make up some more places. He's got 4 Mature Racing Club guys in his windshield. He gets underneath Golf. He's got a bit of a penalty there, not quite sure what that was for. He's currently chasing down Elkin. Currently, at the rear of the field, we have NGR Prosser, Wills and Sykes. They currently sit around 27 seconds behind our race leaders. A lot of time has been lost there. The way we are running right now, the top 3 drivers obviously for NXTGEN doing a very good job, but in order for NXTGEN to clinch the win on points in race 1, Gobi needs to grab a few more spots here in the remaining 12 laps. These 3 now currently sit 8 seconds-ish ahead of the field. The way these straightaways work, you can sort of inherit pack racing. Saxo and Philo will be using the slipstream of Wheelman for extra speed down the straightaways that people like Timmy, for example in 4th, is currently out of reach for. Therefore gaining will be that much harder. But these 3 cars, especially down those straightaways, are working together right now to create speed. Wheelman, Philo and Saxo doing a very good job at pulling away from the rest of the field. Let's check in now with Gobi, who currently still sits in 9th. But there's 3 spots, just a sneeze ahead. His next targets will be Elkin and Tigger, if he can manage to find a way around them. Looks like we have another message in the chat. I will just check that quickly. Mark Kingston says, come on, Gran Turismo Mature Racing Club, keep pushing. Oh no! Neo has gone off the racetrack, NGR Pross is going to come around. Gobi now up to 7th, battling alongside Elkin for 6th. He's going to have the preferred line. Side by side, Elkin gets loose, gets into Gobi, but Gobi's going to hold on. Gobi now to 6th. TNR Philo has since taken the race lead away from Wheelman. These 3 could not be separated with a barge pole. At this moment in time, these 3 appear as Philo gets into the wall. Saxo and Wheelman take advantage of Philo's misfortune. Saxo to 2nd, Wheelman to 1st again. But Philo is coming back. Just a mistake made at a bad time in front of his teammates. The teammates were able to capitalise on his misfortune and get around. But Philo is coming right back and catching his teammates. Gobi remains in 6th. His next target is Faithless Emo, who sits in 5th, 7 seconds ahead. As mentioned previously, in order for NGR to win Event 1 on points, with the way things are going, it looks like Gobi will have to gain a few more spots. If he can get past Emo for 5th, I think that would clinch them in on points. I think that would be what NGR needs. Just going to pour some Pepsi Max. This race gets interesting. Philo still not able to get around his teammates again, but I definitely imagine he's caught them up by now. He's currently running the fastest Saxo slope, the fastest lap, over 2 minutes and 1/100th of a second. 10th, sorry. Wheelman Saxo Philo leading the way. Philo still unable to get around the top 2 and reclaim the race lead. I think Saxo showing the most interesting amount of patience in this race. He's not passed anyone for position, other than someone ahead of him making a mistake, so maybe he's just waiting. Obviously, Wheelman's a teammate. He doesn't want to make a move that might, you know, risk losing either of them some time. So perhaps Saxo is just sitting back and waiting to see if Wheelman does make a mistake. Here they come down the backstretch. Almost halfway through race 1. As these top 3 have found each other once more. Bumper to bumper. Entering the start-finish straight. Philo to the top of the charts with a 1:59.057. Gobi still in 6th right now. Faithless Emo 4.7 seconds ahead. NGR Prosser right now in a Mature Club sandwich as Elkin goes for a spin. Sorry, I think that was Scott Golf actually. Prosser down to the inside, gets around Elkin, but Elkin gives him a shove in the back. Looks like that might have been a bit of an aggressive pass by Prosser. We'll have to stay tuned to see how Elkin deals with that. Tigger as well, side by side with Elkin, down the front stretch. But Prosser up to 7th. At the rear of the field right now is Neo Levy. He currently sits just over 5 seconds behind Sykes, who sits in 13th, and Jay Wills in 12th. He has Scott Golf in his windshield. Probably going to be looking to make a pass within the next lap or 2. Philo still unable to get around his teammates, losing almost 9/10 over 2nd place is Saxo. I'm not sure if Philo made another mistake. Obviously not. You can't watch everybody at the same time. But it looks like Philo may be having difficulty staying with his teammates, despite being the fastest lap builder at this time. Timmy, though, currently your first driver from the Gran Turismo Mature Racing Club. Right now, he sits in 4th, 15 seconds behind the race leader, Wheelman. But following in hot pursuit is his teammate, Faithless Emo, and Blue Gobi of NXTGEN Racing, as well as NGR Prosser, who has been able to hold on to the 7th spot ahead of Elkin and Tigger. We now follow Mr. Saxo, currently running 2nd, is showing a great amount of speed here at Mount Panorama. He has yet to lead a lap. But Mr. Saxo, as I'm sure you'll be aware, is the closer. When push comes to shove, he grabs the lead towards the end and takes the win. Will he be able to do that here, as we are now past halfway? Philo dives to the inside of Saxo to take 2nd away, and he does it gracefully. Saxo rejoins the queue in 3rd. He's now gone from 1 car to pass for the lead to 2. His obstacles have doubled. But Mr. Saxo is definitely a team racer. He would much rather take a podium over a win, if it didn't mean getting in the way of his teammates. 4th place, Timmy, currently now sitting 15.6 seconds behind Saxo. These 3 really have lit the fire under their arse and drove away into the sunset. Our top 3 drivers now, about a second each, separating them. They seem to be spreading out a little bit, as opposed to bumper that we've seen for the first 8 laps. Oh no, I've just noticed on the scoring loop, Prosser has fallen back to 12th. He was running behind his teammate Gobi, who was about to make a move on Faithless. It would seem he dives to the inside, side by side. Faithless can have the preferred line, but Gobi is able to outbrake him. Gets into the grass, no. Faithless remains in 5th. Gobi just slightly overshot that corner, was unable to make it stick, lost some ground to Faithless. Timmy still sits in 4th, with 16 seconds to the next guy ahead and 7 seconds to the guy behind him. These 3 continuing to pull away from the field. Saxo goes for a little bit of a slide there. seems like Wheelman and Philo. I'm actually now pulling away from Saxo. That is the gap now between these three. They're still low, all pulling away from Timmy. Faithless and Gobi still fighting for 5th. Through the downhill section. We're about to enter the straightaway. Here comes Gobi. Will he have something for Faithless this time? He has the slipstream, but it's not going to be enough. He gets loose. We'll take you back to the race lead. As Philo dives it on the inside, tries to at least. He does. They're side by side. He does get around Wheelman. Wheelman battles back on the inside. Philo gets loose. Saxo is almost falling out of the picture right now. And Wheelman gets into the wall. The battle for the race win is now heating up with 4 laps to go. Philo and Wheelman, it's going to be between one of these two. For those of you watching, who do you think will take the checker in race 1 as Wheelman gets back around Philo? Scotty the Joker says Wheelman and Philo are bloody rapid. I would agree. They could not be running closer to one another if they tried. Mark Kingston says Philo will take the checkered flag. 4 laps to go. Philo dives it on the inside. Will it stick down the straightaway? They're side by side. Philo backs out, allows Wheelman to get around the outside. The battle is still on. Scotty the Joker saying it will be a close call. We may even see a photo finish between these two. Philo has dropped back a little bit. 4 tenths. Saxo has fallen now 7 seconds behind our race leaders. Blue Gobi now up to 5th. He has passed Faithless. NGR currently with positions 1, 2, 3, 5 and 8. At this moment in time they are in position to win race 1 for their team. The slipstream coming into play for Philo. He gets loose. He gets into Wheelman, but it looks like they were able to recover it. Oh, that could have been bad. Be careful, boys. You're racing a teammate, remember? Wheelman a little bit loose off the final corner. 3 laps to go. We're going to stay with this battle, because I don't think any of these guys are going to give it up. They've got plenty of time behind them. I mean, that's 8 seconds to Saxo, but that's another 13 seconds back to Timmy. This battle right now is for the race win. There are 3 laps left. Wheelman, Philo. Saxo has fallen back. He probably won't be a factor anymore. It's the 65 versus the 21. Philo gets a little bit loose, able to swing it on. They're going to go side by side entering the downhill section. Philo with an incredible run down there, but he's got nowhere to put it. Philo, of course, in the better position down this straightaway for the slipstream. But will he get enough speed? He dives on the outside. He's going to get the preferred line through this next corner. Wheelman able to hold on to it. 2 laps to go after they get through this final corner. This is heating up, guys. The battle for the race win is heating up here at Mount Panorama. This is a pretty cool battle, Scotty. You are not wrong. Out of 15 laps, and these guys are still within 100th. They're still within a tenth of each other. Sorry. Neither one of these guys is going to give it up. Let's check in with Saxo. Saxo now 8.5 seconds behind our race leaders. Philo and Wheelman battling hard, knowing they don't have a lot of time left. Ideally, Wheelman probably wants to pull away from Philo, and Philo wants to reel him back in. Let me just check the scoreboard, as Gobi has had an accident. Oh no! The Unghosts and Faithless gets into him. Oh, and Elkenny gets into him. At this moment in time, I believe NGR has the race win if they can stay in this position for the remainder of the race, as Philo takes the lead. And he's going to lead the second last lap of this event as Wheelman doesn't dive it in, try and make a move. Out of the final corner, the white flag is out at Mount Panorama. Philo with the race lead, Wheelman right behind. Who will take the checkered? They're battling hard. One simple mistake is going to cost one of these guys the victory if they're not careful. Philo able to pull away a little bit, and as Wheelman gets into the wall, Philo's only chance seems to be the straightaway using the slipstream at this point. Does he have enough time to catch him back? Philo now to a 1.5 second advantage. down the backstretch for the final time. That's the gap. Philo may have done it. Philo, I believe, has done it. He gets into the grass a little bit, but that's no problem. Out of the final corner, TNR Philo is going to put on an amazing show, and he's going to win race number 1 here at Bathurst. What an impressive show by these two. That was incredible. Mark Kingston said Philo would win it, and that he did. NGR Saxo comes across the line in 3rd. Timmy in 4th for the Mature Racing Club. Faithless Emo gets punted. I don't know what happened there. I won't be able to go for the entire. I'm sorry, but it seemed to end abruptly. But NGR Philo takes that beautiful paint scheme to victory lane in race number 1. Wow. That was something else. That was our broadcast. Of race number 1. Together 5 minutes to race start of race number 2. I think we should shorten at least one of the events, make it more of a sprint event. So the track conditions have slightly changed. We're now racing at 8 o'clock in the morning local time, as opposed to midday. Whoa, Crosser going for, I don't know what the hell's going on there, that's a bit weird to watch. Apologies, guys. Just checking the race chat. So the way this race is going to work, obviously, reverse grid. Our race winner will start at the rear of the field. So GTMRC will start at the back, and whoever finished the race in last place will be on pole. That is basically how that works. So it looks like we're doing a 10-lap race this time by. And we're not doing a 15-lap event, it'll be 10 laps. All of the conditions still apply. Obviously there's a slight change in time of day. It affects the track temperature a little bit. There's obviously conditions that we can see the track, as you can see the headlights are on the vehicles. And here we are, guys. Race number 2 here at Mount Panorama. Dark Sykes on the pole, Neo Levy in second. The lights now going out. Green flag is in the air at Bathurst. Everyone just about slid their tyres there. Neo hard into the inside wall. He spins. What is going on? Timmy's around. A lot of accidents there at the start. We've also lost the driver. Not sure what happened there. We've lost the driver. Dark Sykes, though, shoots away into the lead. Hot on his tail is Jay and Tigger. Saxo up into 4th already as Tigger goes around in front of the field. A lot of congestion. Saxo, though, seems relatively unharmed. Able to hold on to 3rd. Dark Sykes still your race leader as they are about to enter the final super stretch here at Bathurst. Not as a clean race start as previous. GTMRC race winner unable to break into the top 10 as of yet. Side by side, we're taking it on the super stretch. Dark Side still your race leader. Looks like he will lead lap 1. Oh, Dark Sykes is punted. Not sure who got him. Someone definitely got into the back of Dark Sykes, and it looked like someone got into the back of Jay as well. Saxo now your race leader. Elka, though, hot on his heels. Prosser to 3rd. Looks like Elkin got into the outside retaining wall Oh, it looks like Jay may have hit Sykes. I can only assume that based on him apologising in the chat. Saxon now have a lead of 1.5 seconds over second place as Elkin. Prosser still holding on to third, Goby fourth, Faithless fifth, Wheelman and Philo are once again battling. This time it's not for the race lead, it's for sixth place. Could we see another battle for the win between these two? They have a lot of ground to make up, 8 seconds. Philo giving his teammate a bump down the backstretch. I suppose that could probably help those guys out in terms of just speed. NGR Saxo still your race leader, only by a second though. Elkin is closing in. The 420 next gen Mazda Atenza now going down the front stretch. Look at that beautiful view of Mount Panorama. The cars flying by. Jay Wills currently sits in last place. Neo now battling with his teammate Tigger down the front stretch as they try and go side by side. Dark Sykes, your pole sitter for this race, now back to 10th. F1 Golf and Timmy sit right in front of him. Philo and Wheelman currently battling with Emo to try and get around him for the 5th spot. Lugobi currently sitting in 4th. A predominantly Next Gen Racing dominated top half of this field right now. Definitely on points the way this is going. Next Gen would win this race also. They won the first race on points. If the race ended now, they would also win race 2, but there's a lot of racing still to go, still 7 laps remaining at the line. And Gio Saxo now with a lead of over 2 seconds into turn 1. Saxo either wins by making a late in the race pass for the win, or he dominates the event. It's still early, but based on experience watching this guy race, it looks like an NGR Saxo win at this moment in time. Philo has been able to get around his teammate Wheelman for the 5th spot. Timmy and F1 Scott Golf battling for the 8th spot. Tigger has seemed to have got around Dark Sykes. Of course, Dark Sykes a lap ago running in the 10th spot. Will he be able to claim that lap, that position back, sorry. Saxo now continuing to press on his lead. Now almost 2.5 seconds over second place is Elkin. At the line, it will be 6 laps to go. Just over halfway left. And Joe Saxo now over lead of nearly 3 seconds. NGR Prosser has been able to get around Elkin. If he can hold on to that position, that would definitely secure, at this moment in time, NXTGEN's win in race 2. Philo and Wheelman remain in 5th and 6th. If Gobi can get around Elkin, that would cement their victory here at Bathurst. But Elkin's going to fight back on the inside, trying to get around Prosser. 3-car battle for the 2nd spot. When it all gets settled, who will be the victor? Your leader still Mr. Saxo with a reasonable gap. That's why we're not tracking him. This battle is heating up, side by side. Philo has caught these guys. Elkan heavily outnumbered down the backstretch. Gobi and Prosser fighting for the 2nd spot. Elkin is right there as well as Philo. 4-car battle for the 2nd spot. It's 3 NGR vehicles versus 1 Gran Turismo Racing Mature Club. Guys, you need to get an easier to say name. Any of you guys are watching. Oh, I'm just going to call you the GRC. The GRC have 1 vehicle in the top 5. He sits in 3rd. Elkin putting on a heavy display of racing prowess, battling against 3 NXTGEN racing vehicles as they battle side by side. 3 wide almost. Gobi gets sent wide. Elkin, Philo, Wheelman, Prosser, Gobi. 5 cars now battling for the 2nd spot as Gobi gets loose. That's going to allow Wheelman to catch them back up. This battle now intensifying as we are now past halfway. Mr. Saxo right now doesn't have any issues. You can see him on the track map at the top right. He's that blue arrow heading towards the bottom right corner of the racetrack. That red arrow is Blue Gobi, who we are currently tracking as this battle heats up. Prosser right now has been able to get away a little bit, but Elkin has been able to clear Philo. Here they come down the backstretch. Wheelbarrow underneath Gobi for 5th. Number 21 enters the top 5. Prosser's off the racing surface, he's into the grass. He gets back on the track, blocking Gobi. Philo to 2nd. Elkin, the unfortunate victim in there, has fallen back to 6th. The top 5 spots with 4 laps to go belonging to NXTGEN. Here is NGR Saxo entering the uphill section. Here comes Philo. If Philo wants to win the double header, 8.3 seconds stands in his way. And he doesn't seem to be gaining anything, if only a little bit. Looks like Philo may run out of time. Wheelman has got back on the podium here in third, the 21 now in third. Elkin has fallen off the pace with our top 5, sitting 5.6 seconds behind Gobi. Let's take you back further through the field to see if there's any battles going on. First battle we've come across seems to be for the 12th spot. Jay Wills versus Neil Levy. NXTGEN versus GRC. It's the 13 of Jay Wills. Can he get around Neo? As Mr. Saxo comes across the start-finish line. 3 laps to go. There is second. Still around 8.2 seconds behind our race leader Saxo. That is the gap to second. Saxo a little bit heavy through that corner, gets into the outside retaining wall. The battle for 12th still raging on. Jay Wills versus Neil Levy. I need to work out who we're missing actually. Right, that's 1 NXTGEN. 2 NXTGEN. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're missing a mature club guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we're missing it. Who we're missing? We're missing somebody, guys. If you post in the chat. If any of you recognise who we're missing, is it King Kong? We're missing King Kong? I think it's King Kong. Yeah, we're missing King Kong. Not sure what happened to King Kong, but he is no longer in the field. Therefore, by default in race 2, he will finish last and receive the minimum amount of points. Saxo's lead has been brought down 2 seconds in the last lap by Philo. Now only 5.8 seconds separate the pair. And Philo has a comfortable gap between him and Wheelman in third, 2.5 seconds there, as Philo gets super loose coming onto the front stretch. That's going to cost him some time. That slide may have cost him a chance at the win. 2 laps to go for NGR Saxo. All Saxo now has to do is be flawless, hit his marks, don't make any mistakes. The sunrise here at Mount Panorama makes these paint schemes look even better. NGR Prosser and Gobi fighting for the 4th spot on track as they're about to enter the downhill section. Gobi on the inside. They both seem to get into the dirt a little bit. It's the 14 versus the 46. Man, those guys are driving hard. Did you see that slide by Gobi? Wheelman and Philo That is the gap between them. But Saxo, one more corner till he sees the white flag, and then it's one more lap till he sees the one he wants to see. That's the checkered. One more time for Saxo. The white flag is out at Mount Panorama. Philo, though, in hot pursuit, 4.9 seconds. If Mr. Saxo makes a mistake, it could cost him the win. Wheelman into the dirt a little bit. Prosser and Gobi seem to have settled things out. It looks like Prosser will manage to hold on to 4th. New leader for GRC, F1 Scott Golf, takes over the 6th spot from Faithless. Saxo through the uphill section one final time. No mistakes. Mr. Saxo has driven a flawless second race. I think he drove a flawless first race. Very little to no mistakes. But that was a practice run for this one. Once he got the lead, he didn't give it up. And he's led every lap since, as he goes down the backstretch the final time. Two more corners for NGR Saxo. Philo has brought the lead down of Mr. Saxo to 3.6 seconds. But it's still not going to be enough. Out of the final corner, Belgium's NGR Saxo is going to win race 2 and cement the victory for NGR here tonight. Philo will cross the line in second, a 1-2 finish for him. Wheelman's going to claim 2 podiums tonight also. Prosser, Gobi will settle for 4th and 5th. And for GRC, F1 Scott Golf will cross the line first. Congratulations to him. What a race. Damn. Thank you guys for tuning in. We now take with NGR Saxo. There he is. As you can see, 10 spots were made up on that race. And once he got the lead, he stole it. Damn. I'd just like to thank you all for tuning in. If you have not already, do subscribe to be notified of all future streams and races that will be coming up. This was just an example of one of them. Sorry we couldn't get some hot hatch racing going last night. There was a PSN problem last night. Therefore, we're unable to make the lobby. But it's 10:30 GMT. Just like to thank you guys for tuning in. And I'm sure we'll have another Team vs Team event with these guys very shortly. But a dominating performance here at Bathurst from the NGR guys. NGR winning both race 1 and 2 on points. Very well done to Philo and Saxo for getting the checkered flags this evening. And hey guys, take care, and I'll see you on the next stream.